If you had to name a band using only an adjective and a body part, what would you go for?
Cavernous butt. Are we allowed to say butt? Is it one of those?
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're allowed to say but. You're also later on allowed to say whole.
How big of a part?
But if you were to join those together, one would be beeped.
Okay.
But I don't know which one. What do they beep, Nick? The butt or the? Of course, the big news story is last night was the Academy Awards. Coda won Best Picture, and that's pretty much what everybody's talking about. I didn't see anything else happen, did you?
No. That was it. No.
I mean, of course. Will Smith stormed onto the stage, slapped Chris Rock for telling a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. If you haven't seen it, I mean, you've seen it. You've seen it. The whole incident threw me off in a huge way. I also completely ruined my chances in the Oscar pool. I had Dame Judi Dench smacking Woody Harrelson. I had that. Seriously, though, I applaud Chris Rock for recovering, keeping the show moving. It was an incredibly dignified response. I'll say this, Will Smith can't take a joke. Chris Rock can take a punch. A steel jaw. Unbelievable. People on social media were so confused about what they just saw, the hashtag #WhatJustHappened immediately trended on Twitter. Even the seat fillers were like, should I fill in for Will Smith? Oh, no, he's coming back. Never mind. Run! And there was this odd moment while introducing the category for Best Sound, Jason Momoa burped on command.
These people are geniuses. They are the nominees for achievement in sound.
A magical night in Hollywood. And of course, people were talking about the looks on the red carpet. Timothée Chalamet showed up to the Oscars shirtless. Look at that. Classic Chalamet. Classic, just out there looking like it's, you know, a sexy magician. Although it did create an awkward moment on the red carpet when Sir Anthony Hopkins showed up wearing the exact same thing. Always your nightmare. Always your nightmare. Then, of course, to top the evening off, Will Smith returned to the stage to accept the Oscar for Best Actor. This is true. During his acceptance speech, Will Smith said he wants to be a vessel of love. And everyone in the room was like, I'll settle for a vessel of chill the out. But Will Smith's evening ended with him being handed a Best Actor Oscar. Well, that, and also a WWE SmackDown belt. And the House panel investigating the January 6th riots say they are considering issuing a subpoena of Donald Trump's personal phone records to help fill in a gap in the White House phone logs from that day. I'm sure if they ask nicely, he'll just hand them over. He seems pretty reasonable about this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's right. You heard him. They're bringing out the big guns. They're weighing a consideration to potentially issue an ignorable subpoena. Why do we even know about this story? Like, stop telling us when you're considering something. Just tell us when it's done. They're like that friend who always talks about how they're thinking of getting bangs. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Just show up one day with bangs. We'll all be really happy for you. Should I get bangs? Think I should get bangs?
You know, my first instinct was no, but now I'm looking at your face.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I know what you mean.
Maybe you should.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Should I get bangs?
I think you should get bangs.
I'm gonna get bangs.
Have you ever had bangs before?
Never had bangs.
You're gonna go through your whole life not having bangs?
I don't want to be that guy.
You're not gonna know what you look like with bangs?
Get a set of bangs.
Live your life.
Exactly.
We could die tomorrow. Have bangs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Hashtag YOLO bangs.
Let's see those bangs. Oh, there it is. Wow.
Sorry, that's not what I meant. And Republican Congress...
Wait, before you move on, we also had them made make this, just in case.
Whoa, no!
Ay, caliente. That's not what I meant at all.
No. Oh,
there we go.
Hang on. Bring back Ian's. That is absolutely... That's exceptional. You look like you should be a judge on that show, Is It Cake? According to a recent study, 6 in 10 workers have quit their job because their office wasn't pet-friendly. The other 4 are in a stable romantic relationship and don't need to fill the void by catering their life to a pet. Don't get any ideas about this. We talked about this, Louis, OK? A shoulder parrot is not appropriate in a TV studio. Has anyone here brought their pet to work? Jared, you bought your pet. What was that?
He's like a 60-pound sheepdog. I brought him. He all over the roof. But,
How did I miss that? Your dog coming in? Is it a Friday?
Yeah, it was a Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
That would explain it. I think we should organise a day where everyone brings their pets to a tape. I'd like that. Little bring your pet day. Oh, Nate's got his hand up. Nate, what's up?
It's not allowed anymore. They used to allow pets at CBS, but they sent an email out. It was
When? When was the email?
It was pre-COVID, so probably like 3 years ago.
Right.
Because someone's dog, very large dog, Jared, took a in the elevator and left it there. So no more pets at CBS anymore.
That's it. Hang on. Lauren's piping in. What's up, Lauren?
The celebrity's dog.
Oh, was it really? No.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
This dog took a
and because of that, we can't have dogs in the office. Yeah.
On Capitol Hill today, Representative Madison Cawthorn is in hot water with his fellow Republican lawmakers after he went on a podcast and made the accusation that lawmakers he looks up to invited him to take part in orgies and snorted cocaine right in front of him. The unintentional consequence of all of this is to make orgies and cocaine sound incredibly uncool. After a Republican meeting today, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said that he's going to have some tough questions for Cawthorn. Questions like, where are these parties exactly? Do you take anything with you? Should you bring anything if you go? Guillermo, what do you take to an orgy? No, what is the acceptable thing to do? If one is going to an orgy, is it the sort of thing where you take a bottle of wine, or what do you do?
I prefer to not be inebriated during my orgies.
So no booze?
No, you don't.
Really?
You don't need anything. You're
so
at
hang
an
on,
orgy.
you're inebriated while you're at work, but when you're having an orgy, you're like, I don't think I can take part in an orgy unless I've had at least 19 drinks.
It's not work, it's pleasure, so you don't need...
Really?
The alcohol.
Wow. So you're just...
naturel.
So but what do you do? Like, if you're having an orgy at your house, do you put out snacks? That's where I get confused. What do I do here? That's why I could never host an orgy. I'm like, what do we do? You put out a little bowl of peanuts, some chips. Like when does it start? It's sort of like, oh, yeah, no, Tom Brady's out of retirement. Oh, now? Okay, cool, yeah, let's go. Like, I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. What constitutes an orgy? More than 3?
Yeah,
that's an orgy?
More than 3. Sure.
But I like to call it a 4G. If it's just 4 of you, it's a 4G.
That's exactly why you haven't been invited to an orgy.
Republican Congressman Madison Cawthorn is now taking back the comments he made about fellow lawmakers inviting him to orgies and doing cocaine in his presence. In a meeting with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, Cawthorn admitted his comments were exaggerated. He talked a big game, didn't he? Talked a big game about cocaine and orgies. In reality, it was just Claritin and over-the-pants handy. He sounds like me in high school trying to convince my mum and dad that everyone else at the party was drinking except me. No, I just had a Sprite because I don't like the taste of liquor. First, he said on a podcast that they did cocaine in front of him. Now he says he thinks he may have seen a staffer in a parking lot from 100 yards away. How deluded must you be to be in a parking lot, see someone lean over to pick up their keys and thinking, uh-oh, it's another cocaine orgy. A Chinese man in his 60s was tired of his family complaining about his smoking and drinking, so he spent the last 14 years living inside an airport terminal. No, it's a bad idea. It's not a good solution. He's been in an airport terminal since 2008. Or as Spirit Airlines call that, a brief layover. The man says he doesn't want his family bothering him. After 14 years, something tells me that the family are absolutely fine with him living at the airport. Walk me through the plan. Me and you are living in an airport for 14 years. What are we doing food-wise? Talk me through it.
All right, let's game this out. Because you want to go to Cinnabon, but you can't do. If we have to live 14 years, we have to limit our Cinnabon pretty like.
I think we go birthdays and Christmas.
That's birthdays and
Christmas. Birthdays and Christmas. Your birthday, my birthday,
yeah.
Hanukkah and Christmas. We actually get 4 out of it.
We get 4 out of it.
Yeah, perfect.
8, but whatever. It's not important.
No, we can't go every night of Hanukkah. We can't.
We could go like 3 of the nights of Hanukkah. Okay. Anyway, so I think like a Panda Express once a week.
I'm gonna go 2 on that, buddy.
Okay, 2 a week, 2 a week. And then I think there's probably a lot of stealing from babies. I think that we just mix in there. You see a baby walking around?
When was the last time you stole food from a baby?
Related to me or unrelated?
Either.
I think the last time I was back home, I stole food from,
Fantastic feeling.
Great. They can't
Fantastic feeling. They can do nothing.
Nothing.
It's fantastic. My favourite thing to do. It's actually what I miss most about London.
Yeah.
Because I'm not walking around enough here, but if I ever take a trip to New York, first thing I'm looking for, baby with a snack. Bang.
Yeah.
Blue Origin's 4th space tourism flight took place today, and unlike the previous trips, there were no famous people on board, just 5 wealthy space tourists and the ship's designer. Here's the rocket taking off. Have a look. I mean, usually, if you want to see 6 rich people on a penis-shaped object, you have to be invited to a Republican orgy. Would you rather attend a Republican orgy or a Democratic Party orgy?
A Republican orgy.
100%.
Yeah, probably.
Animals.
They're so uptight.
Animals.
They're so uptight that
Animals.
when they cut loose, it's probably, I hate to say it, it's probably a great time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Anyone here rather go to a Democratic Party orgy than a Republican Party? Really? You would like to go to you'd rather go to a Democrat?
I'd rather not be a black person at a Republican orgy. Yeah.
I hear you, Molly. I hear you loud and clear.